problem, they give us a table. It's going sideways instead of up and down, but the same principle applies. We have one row for x and then another for y, and we're looking at the relationship between these two variables. So every time x goes up by a certain amount, what's happening to y? And you might notice some things here are a little confusing. X is going up by 1 here, and 1 again, and then 1 and so forth. But we're starting with a negative value and we're not starting at 0. So keep in mind that the 0 point right here, when x is 0, that is our starting point. Think of that as the y-intercept. And we notice every time x goes up by 1, we can look at what happens to y. Y goes from -8 all the way to -5. So that's a distance of 3. And then it does it again. It goes up another 3 here, and then another 3 here. So every time x goes up by 1, y goes up by 3. So if I have 1 here, the next value has to be 4. And the way they phrase that is to complete the table by finding the value of y when x is 2. So that's just a way of saying when we have 2 in our x row, what does the y value equal? Not equal. So y is 4 when x is 2. And then next it says plot the ordered pairs shown in the table onto the coordinate plane below. Draw a line connecting those points. So the ordered pairs are just the numbers that are listed in the table. So at first we have -2 and -8. And since -2 is listed in the x row, that's the x ordinate. And since y was 8, -8 was listed in the y row, those numbers represent the y value of our coordinates. So these are called ordered pairs because we know it's always x and then y. And I'm just going to write the numbers as I see them right here. So the first one's -2, -8. Next we have -1, -5. Then we have 0, -2, 1, 1, and 2, 4. It wants us to draw a line that connect these points, so I'm going to plot them. -2, -8. I start from the origin, -2 in the x direction, and then down 8 on the y direction. Next we have -1, -5, right here, 0, -2. Notice we're going up 3 and over 1. It's because our y increases 3 for every 1 that our x increases. And we just keep following this pattern. We have 1, 1, and then 2, 4. And then we connect these points with a line. Start at one of the lines, line up the best you can. Try to get through all the points. My line's a little bit off, actually. I'm going to re-tilt it so that it actually fits the points. And there it is. The best way to represent this line is to write the equation for the line. They gave it to you, y equals 3x minus 2, along with your line, and then put arrows on the end to show that this line continues to go in both directions.